Welcome back into another backtesting session. It's been a while since I've been doing actually commented backtesting session, and we're starting from the 1st of May. As you know, I'm just doing technical backtesting, so there is no news, there is nothing that I'm aware of, and I'm simply taking my setups from New York, basically from New York 8:20 a.m. Eastern till London close. So let's see if we have the price breaking above. Now, of course, I will be looking for sells below this low, buys with a break and retest of these highs, even an entry over here. Of course, we don't know when this candle would close, but this could be a possible entry. Let's see if the price, it doesn't give us further opportunity, but this is the retest that we were looking for. Let's see if it goes straight, goes straight into profits. As you can see, this will be requiring a more flexible entry because of the price action, but further entry could be at this retest of these highs, so that will be a possible second entry. As you can see, price is giving us a retest of these highs. Let's see if we see a continuation. Yep, so that's another win. So you can see that both of these trades would have win with a 10 pip stop loss, even no need for a 15 because there's no drawdown. There is no drawdown, so that's a 4.5 to 1 risk to reward ratio, which is absolutely crazy. So now I will not be actually looking for a retest of these highs. First of all, because it's not really that strong, but I will want to see the following price action, because after this spike up and momentum, it's quite a long way to come back down. But let's simply see the price action. If we create a high, now we are creating a sort of resistance. So for sure, what the price is giving us a area to target for a possible break and retest. So this is absolutely good. It's giving us a new higher high. And anywhere here, if we make a new higher low, it can actually be over here. So it can, let's see what is the price action. But in this case, it will more be like a pullback, end of a pullback rather than a break and retest. So I would be still cautious. And let's see if we create then some new higher low, then that will still be, that will create a new opportunity, actually, for a possible sell below that. So what we see that the price is actually staying above, so we might take an entry. I mean, it's not really a nice price action, but if we chart properly this one, you can see this is the PPL, that would be my entry. So let's see this trade. Okay, I think either way, 10 or 15 pips, this will be a loss. Okay, we are seeing failure to break above. We are like only 20 pips into profits. But what I was saying is that, as you can see, we are creating, so first of all, we are seeing a slowdown on the macro perspective. You can see that it's not very impulsive anymore. We are seeing more sellers jumping in. What we are seeing is that we have a possible high risk, high reward retest of these lows, or I mean, even these lows, old lows anyway. So as you can see, we are seeing exhaustion. The volume is quite slow. Now we have a first spike up, spike up in volume. Price is staying down. If this one closes with a wick like this, no, okay, so there's no entry yet. So now we are creating a new low. This is the last, the most recent low. So I will take sells below that low, buys only above here. I would love to see the price coming back in with some volume. So I will not take the first break and retest of these highs, but now if we retest these lows, that's my entry. Okay, for example, with this, at this bullish candle close. Okay, very good. 1, 2, 3. We also You can see these lows, if they are being respected. Yeah, no. We are back at our entry, but still no drawdown so far. I don't think, of course, for sure 15 pips is still alive. I don't know if that will be okay for a 10 pip stop loss. And yes, now we are breaking below. Now we are going into a win. So this one is a winning trade, but I'm not really sure if that will be, I think most likely it's a loss on a 10 pip stop loss, but I'm going to check it later. So now we have this win. Let's see if we have a retest of this last low for possible further entry, for example, like here. Okay, yes, awesome. Retest of these lows, and that's another win. This one is another one with no drawdown, so even a 10 pip stop loss is okay. Now possible further entry. We're coming at the 10 a.m. candle. We have a possible entry below these lows with this retest. For example, yeah, at this retest of these lows, and the candle is over there. Let's see if we have a continuation down. Yeah, even the next one is absolutely, anyway, it's the same price level. And for now it's 20 pips. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that's a win. And as you can see, there's a no drawdown win, no drawdown at all. So even a 10 pip stop loss would absolutely be great. And I think we are at the end of this screenshot. I wanted to check this one. So if the entry, I would need to check it with the broker, but 2003, 2000, yeah, probably with the spread, this would be probably taken out. Okay. But still, you can see that 4 wins and 2 losses with a 4.5 to 1 risk to reward ratio is still very much profitable compared to a 3 to 1. Okay, so that was the because yeah, that was the end, because we're coming at 5. So yeah, okay, that's what the end. Now we're coming into the 2nd of May, New York Open, and this is the actually what's the word? New York's the 8:20 a.m. Eastern mark, and spike in volume. No entry yet. I want to see some further strength in the candle closures. Now below these lows, we have these eyes, but that I don't really trust them immediately. If I was to trust them, it's just the first spike up in volume, so that would be quite a risky entry. Yes, so yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but yeah, still taking as a loss, it's okay, because I would have taken a win, so I will take the loss. I'll probably take a second loss over here. Okay, now let's see with the volume. Let's see if we have a clear break retest of these last highs. Now, as you can see, there's old highs and the new one are matching, so that's okay. So now we are seeing a spike up immediately. It's a very slow day, so I don't know if it was any public holiday or anything, but it looks like it's quite a slow, because we're already almost at New York Stock Exchange opening. So we had this break and retest for a possible 3rd entry. Yeah, but there is no, so far there is not much volume. This entry or this entry would have been absolutely the same. Okay, so now I would want to see some more direction before taking any entry. you see that these are matching. There is no real PSA for sells yet. So for example, now might have sells below these lows, but I'm looking for buys above these highs. Okay, so we are looking at a big news right at the 10 a.m. So now we are with some volume. So probably doing live trading, I would have not taken these entries, but since I'm doing it with no news, no nothing, that's not the point. Let's see if we have a clear break retest above these highs with the volume, or breaking retesting below these lows. Yeah, okay, so as you can see, a little bit of rushed. If I taken this entry, I think that will be a loss anyway, but I'm not sure. I will need to check it. Of course, with the 10 pip stop loss, that will not be a win, and that will be a loss with the 10 pip. But with the 15, I need to check it. Now let's see, yeah, if we have a breakout, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one will be a win if this is not stopped out over here. Anyway, we are having this possible entry above these highs. As you can see over here, this candle is closing over there. So that's anyway a good entry. Price goes for now 20 pips. Let's see if it goes, pushes into a profit. So this one is for sure a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So we are still profitable even if these ones are all losses. That's the power of having a 4.5 to 1 risk to reward ratio. And I will need to check this one because it might be very tight. And especially if I, 1, 2, 3, if I take this one, I will not take this one. So anyway, if I take this win, I will not enter here because I will still be in my trade. And yeah, now I will be looking probably in next chart, but we have these highs over here. We're also coming almost at the end of the session. Let's see if we have a retest of this high. No. Okay, so that's actually the end of this screenshot. So we enter at 1993.75, which is 1992.2. So that will be very close. So for, I think it's a win for the with the 15 pip stop loss, but not 13 pips, but not with the 10 pip. This one will be a win with the 10 pip, but I will not be taking it because my TP will be over here. Yeah, what I would say if I was taking this trade, of course now is inside, but it's the same setup. We see a breaker retest, and then we see a breaker retest of these same highs. So I will take now this entry. I will be able to take it, and that's a no drawdown entry because it's still set up, running with the trend, and yeah, simply as that. Let's go with the second part of this. So we took, and now we are taking this break and retest as we said, and okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are this win. Let's see a break and retest of these highs, or as you can see, the setup is pretty simple. So if we make a new high and we break above, then I will want to take the retest of the same highs. Now this is a little bit messier, but I will probably take this entry, and yeah, it will be profitable for the 15 pips, but a loss for the 10 pips. Now let's see, we are creating a new high. Let's see if we have a retest of these highs. Okay. Yeah, I don't like too much now to take this entry. If I didn't enter over there, I don't really fancy entering over here because it's more likely that we are exhausting ourselves. But let's see. Okay, it's actually a win. And this will be a both ways win. Even with 10 pips, this will be a win. Very good. And then we have a correction. We're coming also at the London close. Just for the sake of it, might be looking for sells now below these lows. Yeah, over here. Which will not work out. So let's be honest and transparent and take this sell, which will go like 30 pips and then pull back up for a loss. But that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Especially with a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. You can have basically 8 losses out of 10 and still be profitable. Especially with a 4.5-to-1. So absolutely okay. You will lose 8 and still gain 1. So that's absolutely amazing. So 3rd of March, coming into New York Open. Okay, so we have something going on. So I don't know if it's out for the time. It looks like there's an ADP. Yeah, also because it's coming at the start of the week. So we're coming into an NFP. So this is an ADP. And yeah, a little bit messy. I will not immediately look for these buys, but it looks like it. It's very, very fast, but it looks like, but I don't really like to play, of course, especially with a 10 pip stop loss in this range, in this mess. So I will not take it. I will risk to miss the move. Yeah, but that would be an unnecessary loss. Now we are creating some market structure. Now we have these eyes that are being formed. There's a sort of market structure over here. We have these last lows that can be used for a possible bakery test into a new lows. And yeah, maybe I will take this entry, which would be a loss. Okay, so that would be a loss in any case. And that's okay, because now we are confirming this market structure, but we didn't know. We didn't know if the market were now the markets were now to break and make a trend below. But I mean, I don't even need a trend. I just need to go and retest these lows. But anyway, let's see. Now these lows are quite old. We have these last and most recent highs. So it is PSA. So we might see, since it's not being retested, we might see a retest of these highs and then a continuation up. But yeah, I will not enter over there. I will take my last low, my last highs, which is this entry over here. Price is not trending, so it's quite risky because overall the price is in this range still. So that's a sort of very high risk, high reward entry, which we saw, for example, in the previous one, how taking the trades over here before the price is actually trending can still be risky. But that's I don't want to outguess my system in order to know when and when not to enter. So I will take this trade and it's okay. And the market is actually proving me that I'm doing the good thing, because that's not up to me. It's not up to me to know when the market will give me winning trades versus losing trades. So that's a really, really important lesson. But you can also have the lesson that the price will retest these highs for possible second entry. Now, since it's not retesting these highs, it's already moving up. I would probably want a retest of the same highs, but not really convincing in a convincing fashion. So not really entering. I will take sells below these lows, and now buys with this candle. I like this candle after New York Stock Exchange opening. If we have a nice retest, that is not happening, of these highs, I would have taken an entry. And now let's see, I would take sells below these lows, but there is no setup. Okay, now I like this setup. The last lows is And here we are breaking and retesting, and probably it's still quite early because we are, as you can see, the breakout is very close, but just let's see. Let's try one. Let's try a shot. Okay, yeah, not really worth it. The breakout was not really looking great from the beginning, and the price is looking very choppy. This breakout is much more interesting, much more clear, and this could be a possible entry. Okay, but we have a news at 10 a.m., so that's best to stay away from it. Let's see if now the 10 a.m. hour brings us more clear direction. Okay, for example, over here, as you can see how clear this break and retest is. Even if it's a loss, I don't care. Yeah, that's not a loss. That's just a trade taken, which absolutely didn't work now, but it's absolutely amazing. I will not be able to take this retest on the other side, unfortunately. I will not be able to. I don't know if I will be able to take this retest. For possible continuation up. Yeah, so this will be a win. So 3 losses, 2 wins. You know, it's -3 plus 9. So still a very profitable day. And so this one is the old one. Okay, let's continue. Now coming into Thursday, the 4th. And it's jobless claims. And the following day, we have NFP. So let's see, very messy price action. There is not a clear price structure so far. Okay, coming into the news, the clear structure now is being formed over here and be formed over there. So that might be possible lows. Probably, yeah, I would take these lows. Even though it might go further up as per what it does. Might go retest these lows, but just be a liquidity grab and a reversal. Yes. So as you can see, that's what I was saying. That was very. These are the situation where it's more actually looking like trying to catch a knife, a falling knife. As you can see now, the price action is still a little bit messy. We have these eyes. We can remove these, and just do it lower than that. And I'm not really sure if I will take sells below these lows yet, because the price is in this range. But yeah, if the market doesn't give me this opportunity, that's okay. And yeah, there was no sell over there. Now we have a more clear. I will just let the market unfold itself a little bit more in order to understand where a more high probability move. This looks like a very risky intuition trade, and let's see if it actually works. This retest. Okay. So far it's 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3. A little bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit more. 2, 3.5. So that's a win. That's more an intuition entry, and that's absolutely okay. You can see that the market will also give you this opportunity, the safest opportunity to enter. And this is also a no drawdown trade, so a 10 pip should absolutely be good. There is no retest of any recent high, so let's see if we break above over here. This might be a possible retest, but I would also love to see a breakout above these highs before entering. And yeah, the only enter would have been over there, or this entry, that as I was saying, but more above these highs. which would be 1, 2, 3.5. So in this case, that would be a win, no drawdown win again. Okay, let's see if we get any retest for possible continuation up over here. Okay, double top and then failure to stay above. That's a loss. That's a clear indication that the price doesn't have enough energy and momentum right now. So that's absolutely fine. Now let's see if we see now a continuation. This is the establishment of a new bearish trend. No, it's just a bounce. Let's see now, because the price is failing to stay above. Look at how small the price action is. Let's see. Okay, now it's breaking above. Retesting these highs, but we are still in the middle of this range. And yeah, probably, okay, what I would have taken now as an entry after the 10 AM candle is this retest. So let's see if it's actually working. I see a lot of red, so it's not really promising, looking promising in this entry, but I don't need to know what is going to happen next in order to make money. So that's okay, that's a loss. Okay. So actually this entry that, as I was pointing out, is actually was the best entry. So as I did the intuition here, I could have taken this entry, but it's quite messy because it's not really trending yet. So I trust that the market will give me further opportunity down the road. So there's no need to really think too much about it. And let's see if we have a part B. Okay, so we have this breakout. We took this one, which will be a loss. Okay. Still, the price is trending and we are making ourselves available to the market to take any further entry. As you can see over here, we are actually now retesting these last highs after breaking above the last high. So it's not like here that we add a lot of resistance on the left. Now we are breaking above the resistance and retesting it. So as you can see, that was exactly what I was talking about. This would be my entry and would be actually my loss. So there's no guarantee, but the setup was absolutely good. And yeah, that was this. Just before seeing the price then moving upwards, and that's okay, something that happens quite a lot. We have this retest of these highs, and yeah, so you can see this now is the actual winning trade. But as you can see, I mean, if I have a 40% win rate with this risk to reward, it's golden. It's absolutely golden. So it's all very, very good. Now we're coming, yeah, 30 minutes before London close. Price is bam, bam, bam. And I don't know if I would take this entry. But yeah, just we need to, that's the setup. Let's see. It's not something subjective, so that's okay. That's a loss. And just have to accept it. Okay. Are we continuing bullish now? We're coming almost at London close, so almost at the end of my session. Okay, so there's not an entry. Let's see if we break retest these lows and then we have a continuation down or these last lows. So yeah, it was these last lows, the one, but I would not be able to enter here because it's not anymore a break and retest. So probably if the price would have given me an entry below there, now I would have taken a continuation, but otherwise no. This is just a retest of the key level. That doesn't make any sense. It's not my setup anymore. So that's okay. That's absolutely fine. So we're moving into the NFP day, the 5th of May, 5 de mayo. Let's see. Okay, so of course it's an NFP and we know when the day is of NFP, so I will not take any entry before I see this candle. Even though you can see that would be lovely, because if you take an entry, okay, breaking and testing these lows, you take an entry, and that's just spiking down. So you have the TP over here, but you get your TP over there. But the same could happen on the opposite side. So that's not really something that you have to really take into consideration. I don't know what the data is, so I'm not really, I don't know what to expect from the market. We might see a retest of these lows for continuation down. It looks like the market is actually very, the data was actually very good for the USD. So yeah, that this was the actual break and retest and the price action, but didn't give us any actual entry, and I don't think it's going to give us an entry over there. So just like this, and then we move on into the next one. We know that when the price is trending that much, especially on these big days, price will give me infinite opportunities to enter. So yeah, price is spiking down. This is the retest of a key level, so I will not be able to enter, but yeah, I will take this entry below the other block lows into a profit, no drawdown, profit, and then okay, wow, this could be an end of pullback entry if I was taking that, and that would be, as you can see, profitable. Now we are creating these last lows. Okay, so now I see I have my sort of intuition that this retest of these lows might be a possible continuation down, and okay, that's okay, doesn't have to work every time. Okay, let's see if we then continue breaking below these lows, coming, yeah, still a little bit before New York Stock Exchange opening. I'm not placing anything because you can see this price is still creating new lows. This is not creating, not giving me any chance of thinking of buys. It's not, there's no technical, I mean, we are in a flag, a wedge, so clear that there's not really any necessity to look for buys. I don't know if the retest will go all the way up or will stop now before that. Yeah, okay, so I will take this entry over here. The thing that we are coming at New York Stock Exchange opening, so we might still make a new high before continuing down. Yes, so it's that was quite a risky move. Very good. Now if we fail to make a new low, now we are seeing a possible PSA for buys, but yeah, that's not going to happen. We are making new lows. Okay, yeah, so that would be the trade idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a no drawdown win, and yes, coming into a 10 AM candle. Let's see if we continue simply our trend, bearish trend. Okay, now we are sort of seeing a slowing down, and if we see this price action, we might take advantage of it. Otherwise, if we simply continue down, I will simply try to trade the market trend. So okay, that's a loss. Okay, so now we are actually doing this thing, possibly breaking or testing these highs. Not yet. Okay, so I want to see some combination of it. Yes, so this will be my entry, and it will go 1, 2, 3.5. That will be an drawdown win. Basically no drawdown, but yeah, it's like a 7 pips drawdown. So this was NFP, and we traded NFP week without even giving a demo about the news. As you can see, we had like 4 wins, 2 losses, 5 wins, 6 losses, 6 wins, 8 losses, 8, okay, 8, 11, 10, 14, 11, 16, 14, 19. That's 14 wins, 19 losses. Times 4.5 times 1. This is equal to 19. 19. This is equal to, let me take the calculator. I mean, it's 4.5 times 10 is 45, and 4 is 18. So it's 55 plus 8. No, yes, plus 8. It's 63. And you can do the equation. What does that mean? It means 53, 50, 44. This is a 44 risks in profit. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. So just wanted to tell you that this is with no news, this is with nothing, no second guessing, no nothing, simple price action. And yeah, that's it. See you next time.